Mike, obviously the fall's a large workload. You guys have a lot of scrimmages, exhibitions. Just overall, out of all the guys you brought in and the guys you brought back, just how do you feel like the fall went on the mound for you guys?
Yeah, I thought it was a good fall. It started out a little slow, to be honest with you, but I thought towards the fall, as we got into the Alabama game and today, guys started to attack more. A lot of new guys, kind of onboarding here, trying to figure out how this should look. But today was definitely a step in the right direction in Alabama, and definitely doesn't seem to be a lack of talent or stuff. That's for sure.
The two left-handers that started today, you guys brought in the summer, Joey and Wes. Just those two guys have both had pretty strong falls. With Wes, just how impressive is the stuff, and with Joey, how impressive have you been with his consistency?
Yeah, I mean, Wes, the stuff is as loud as any left-hander in the country. It's really loud. It's a good four-pitch mix. It's a lively fastball, a good curveball, it's a good slider, plus change. When he's attacking hitters, he's going to be tough on guys. Volini has just been kind of a model of consistency. Every time he's came out, he's had 4 pitches. There's been kind of like more of a professional approach to what Joey's doing. I like the veteranness that Joey brings to the pitching staff, and kind of the tactician, the way he goes about it. It's been kind of fun to watch.
Jamie, it looks like he's really developed that changeup. Just what have you seen that third pitch look like from him?
Yeah, Jamie, that was the knock last year. You just need the third pitch. Something to go, through the line a couple more times, and he came back and started throwing a really good changeup. And not only has he thrown a good changeup, it's been elite. I think if he rolls it out there today, it's probably gonna be one of the best changeups in the country. And I know it's kind of weird for a guy that's got such elite pitches with the fastball and the slider, but the changeup we're super excited about. I think it might be his best pitch right now if you asked him. So it's definitely something we're excited about coming this spring.
We didn't see, Jamie. How do you approach coming off a season where he was as effective as he was and threw as many innings as he did? How do you approach an off season with a guy like Jamie?
Yeah, so with Jimbo, we just wanted to keep him short. He threw 6 innings this fall, so we kept him real short. He threw it in a 3-week span. We didn't want to put him down and him lose range of motion in his shoulder and his T-spine and those things. So we wanted to kind of keep him going, keep his in ranges, and also let him work on the changeup. And I thought, the game plan was to keep it short and simple, and we did that. And kudos to him, he was pro in his approach, and he was efficient with the short amount of time that he had on the mound. So for him, more kudos to him than anything to be able to get the quality work he did in 6 innings.
Evan obviously had a really good freshman year and then kind of the sophomore slump, and you guys have kind of been tinkering a bit with his stuff. Just where do you feel like you're at with him right now?
Yeah, I like his pitch mix. I think, probably the second time in a row that back up the cutter a little bit and it got him, but the pitch mix is great. I think for him, it's exciting to see it's 4 to 5 pitches and he's throwing strikes with those. And I was trying to tell him today at some point he's got to hunt the 3-pitch out. I thought we worked deep in a lot of counts where he's just trying to be too fine. The sinker's got good action, just throw it down and kind of let it work. But I'm excited with where he's at. I think he's starting to have an identity and he kind of knows who he is. And so now coming back from the break, it's just going to be perfecting that.
When we last talked to Link, he mentioned that Kinnear, you guys kind of compacted his delivery a little bit. Just what have you seen since you did that, and how electric is that stuff possibility down the pen?
It's really good. He was lifting his leg real high, leaning back and getting disconnected. So we try to cut the leg kick in half and try to keep his chest stacked over his hips, and it seemed to have been pretty good. And just trying to make him a pitcher. At this level, he's not going to stuff people. 99 at this level gets hit, if it's not in the right location. So now we're just trying to teach him how to pitch. This is where you should throw your pitches, and now getting him to buy into that. And now we're evaluating every time he goes out there, did you throw your pitches to the spots you need to throw them to? So we're definitely pleased with the development of him here the last couple of weeks for sure.
Quite a few guys who were freshmen last year were asked to take on somewhat significant roles at times just because of how things broke down. I guess from year 1 to year 2 now these guys know what to expect going. How do expectations change? How do you have those conversations with those guys?
Now that they're not freshmen and they've had those innings, expectations have probably got a little higher for them. You're not treating them like freshmen. You're not dubbing down the pitch mix Hudson Rowan. Last year we were just throwing fastballs middle and trying to beat people. Today, he was throwing fastballs in, fastballs up, fastballs away. He's throwing a curveball for a strike, curveball down, back foot in his curveball. So for those guys in year 2, you kind of want to see them take that step as far as being multi-burst and multi-dimensional. And a lot of those guys have done that.
I know it's in November, but when you start thinking about a rotation, guys in the bullpen, lengthening guys out, like what kind of goes in that whole process?
Yeah, I mean, for the rotation, you want a 3-pitch mix and you want premium strike throwers and guys that can roll over lineups multiple times. Right now, we feel like we have a mix of those guys, whether it be 7 or 8 of those guys, and we'll come back in the spring and kind of let them duke it out. And then in the bullpen, do they have 1 or 2 quality pitches that they can throw for strikes and expand with? And the mentality piece is really big into that. And do they attack hitters? Do they get out in front or do they pitch behind? So there's a lot that goes into that. I don't think anybody just walked away with a role this fall. I think coming back in the spring, those roles will be earned. Jamie might have solidified himself as Friday guy, but that's about it. So.
You had 2 lefties that didn't get to throw last year because of injury and obviously what Jacob went through. Just one, how good has it been to just see them on the mound, and how much do you think those guys can help you this year?
Yeah, I mean, Marlowe, just seeing him out there is a blessing, and I have to get past that, It's still every time he touches a rubber, I kind of pitch myself like, man, like this guy, what he's doing this time last year, it's a blessing to see him out there, and he's starting to get stronger with the stamina and those things. Micah, having him back in the mix has been pretty fun to watch him evolve. I know tonight was not the best night, but he's been pretty good all fall, and I think he'll bounce back. He's got good stuff, and it's just been good to get some guys back in the mix for sure.
You lost quite a few high leverage type relievers off last year's team.
Yeah.
How important is it getting a guy like Joe Charles back, and what do you think he can provide?
Yeah, like getting Charles and Abraham and Holtz, and I'm missing guys I shouldn't start naming them, but getting those guys back is huge. Like these guys have pitched in Omaha, they've pitched at the highest level. We're hoping that they can slow the game down and don't get sped up. So getting those guys back is definitely big for us.
When you guys landed Prescott, did you expect it to be as lively as it's been since he's been here? And
Yes.
what do you think is the last key to kind of unlock all of this stuff?
Yeah, we knew the fastball was going to be good. As at JU last year, he had pretty good fastball velo. I think the biggest unlock is just going to get the slider refined. We're trying to get a little bit more glove side break to it. Tonight, it was kind of 50-50. I thought he threw something that had to that. I thought he threw something that didn't. I think just ironing that out and getting it more consistently to his glove side with some glove side shape will be big, and we're confident we can do that. And he's shown the ability to do that. So we're excited with where he's going for sure.
I know you probably can't say much about this, but just Leiter obviously had the procedure. Just what's your relationship been like with him throughout this time, and how hopeful are you to get him back up on the mound this spring?
Yeah, I mean, Cam's handled this whole thing like a pro. He's really matured. This is, not ideal for him, but there is some good things that are coming out of this. Him personally, to see his development has been pretty cool. Obviously, we're hopeful to get him back. He's one of the best pitchers in the country. But for us right now, for him, it's just a day by day, and I don't think anybody has a crystal ball and knows when he's going to be back, or if we did, we would definitely put it out there. But for him, just try to support him through this time, and that's part of college baseball. Like, these guys come here to get developed on and off the field, and so we have to kind of continue to guide them through the good and the bad. So, but he's been A+ teammate. He's been a pro about it. He's handled things the right way, and definitely seen him mature personally, which has been fun to see. So.